The Noble Lord Paddock has summed up extremely well, and he often says things I wish I'd said, and he was absolutely right to raise the issue of the inherent potential racism in these measures, and also about the prison population. We were already one of the most imprisoned nations in the world, and that's even with Iran having corralled 15 or 16,000 protesters against their repressive regime. So adding to the prison population is going to, I think, is going to be a complete folly. Now, I also oppose Clause 10 and Clause 11, and I'm very worried about Clauses 10 to 14 in this bill, because they're giving the police extensive new powers to stop and search anyone who's in the vicinity of a protest and to confiscate items from them. So under Clause 11, a police inspector can designate a whole area in which the police can stop and search anyone without suspicion. That means people taking part in a protest, people walking past, journalists, anyone in the area. That is absolutely ludicrous and so repressive. It beggars belief that the government thinks that this is okay to include. It also includes stopping vehicles and searching them. I mean, again, without suspicion. So my Amendment 101 exposes some of the risks. With this offence of locking on, potentially any cyclist who's got a bike lock in the vicinity of a protest could have it confiscated from them. And this could even include a random person cycling past. Now, any cyclist cycling past is likely to have a bike lock on them, because if they're not cycling, the bike lock is likely to be on their bike. And so this exposes endless people, endless innocent cyclists, to being stopped and searched and having their bike locks confiscated. And there are similar risks for anyone who's got glue or sellotape, or presumably anything that police don't like the look of, jam sandwiches, anything. Like the other protest clauses in this bill, this is far too broadly drafted. The government is so obsessed with fighting climate activists that they're going to expose anyone to being stopped and searched and having things confiscated from them. What the government is seeking to do in this bill is to make protest a crime instead of a right, and that simply isn't just.